It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, the goal tonight is clear: figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. Here in the early part of the season, Kenny, we've already seen a few teams outperform expectations. What can they do to keep rolling?
Just keep playing to your strengths, and you never let up. You can't change what you're doing now. It's working.
It's that simple.
It's that simple.
And to add on to what my good friend Kenny is saying,
Am I not your friend?
But you didn't say anything.
Yes,
Kenny
I did.
said something. All right. Anyway, can't get overconfident like you're doing right now. Even though you're winning, you keep looking for things that you can do better.
Man.
And you are my good friend, Ernie. I love you.
Thanks, Shaq. Now, let's send it over to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. And with the road trip approaching, the Pacers will play the final game of their homestand. They have started the season with gusto. 4 consecutive wins, no losses, as they battle here in Game 5 of the regular season.
Just a lot of positive momentum with this young team. Kevin, you can just see the confidence almost oozing out of these guys, and that's always important for a young team. Get some wins, build some confidence, and typically that can perpetuate itself into success.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Victor Oladipo trained with Dwayne Wade heading into last season. Now, Wade says, we talked about not knowing the path of your career. Don't put limitations on yourself. The result for Oladipo was an all-star appearance. Kevin?
He's definitely on an upward trajectory, DA. Thank you. Steve, obviously every team wants to start a season strong. How do coaches and players create a sense of urgency early in the season?
I think it happens in preseason. It happens in the training camp where you're looking and saying, we have to get off to a good start. And a lot of times coaches are looking at their schedules. The back half of the schedules can be very tough. A lot of road games or a lot of playoff teams. That's why at the beginning you want to get off to a great start. And you got to send that message to your team and let them know the reason why. And I think a lot of times that's when players respond.
Well said. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Ingles outside with Favors at power forward. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here is Holiday. And there's the pass to Sabonis. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Sabonis has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Pacers. Holiday against Rubio. Inside. That shot off. So the Pacers will take it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
When things come too easy, it's easy to lose focus. But they held each other accountable and played hard.
Favors. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Back to Holiday. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And it's Utah's ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
And Steve, you'll remember Favors had that impressive rookie season, but he's been somewhat up and down since.
He's kind of an old school power forward. Might have been an all-star 20 years ago, but nowadays the best forwards can shoot from range and can defend on the perimeter.
And that one falls for Favors. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
The Utah Jazz, their offense, they can go at you from several angles. They have a lot of shot creators and a lot of guys that can put it on the floor. Solid shooting, and they don't get sped up on the offensive end.
Now, here's Ingles. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And Smitty, with the Jazz offense, they are looking for that corner three.
Yes, indeed. They took advantage of that last season. They took the most corner threes in the league, and they had the third highest percentage from there.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Connects on the 17-footer. Oladipo's got his first points in this one.
Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
Rubio looking it over. Pass to Gobert. He kicks to Ingles. Here's Favors. Pacers with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Now here is Holiday. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Turner inside. Gobert on him. Shot's good by Turner.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Favors. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting back to the stripe.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for the Pacers. So he gets them both. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Now, here's Mitchell, following the miss by Miles Turner. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates. And in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Outside Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. It's Oladipo on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. And Oladipo kicks to O'Quinn. Good on the shot. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. They trail by 1. Pass to Favors. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Oladipo. And the basket by Ingles.
You see the practice time Ingles has put in. Completely in rhythm. No problem with that shot.
Holiday, the pass to Turner. Tipped away. Oladipo against Mitchell. Oladipo misses.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Here's Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 7 points for Derek Favors. Pacers trail by 4. Holiday with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Atlanta.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
The Jazz have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Mitchell passes to Favors. Rubio in the corner. 5 to shoot. Buries it down low.
Under heavy fire, Rubio keeps his cool, finds a way to score.
Holiday finds Bogdanovich. Here's Turner. Gobert with the block. Bogdanovich against Ingles. His first shot coming late. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Oladipo. Here's Holiday. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Holiday's got his first basket. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Passes it to Mitchell. Ingles against Turner. Ingles passes to Gobert. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Smitty, walk us through what a typical NBA practice should look like and does look like.
Well, I think you come out, Kevin, and first of all, they're spending a lot of times on making sure your body is ready to go into practice. And a lot of coaches love to start with offense first, and you can end with defense. And so that's when the intensity starts to pick up. And then last, you usually ends with some kind of shooting. So I think that obviously a lot of teams have different ways, but that's usually particular. You start with offense, you end with defense, and then you go into some individual work, and that's probably shooting.
Here's Evans. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. And that's a foul. It's called encephalosha. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Collison's out there. And here's Evans. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And he banks in the layup. Evans has got his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, good size out of the backcourt, something Evans always has brought to the table.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
Cephalosha's shot is good.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Now here's Collison. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Some changes for Indiana. Young comes in for Miles Turner, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Oladipo. Young taking his time here. To the inside. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Favors. Back to Mitchell. For 3. He can't get that one. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Joseph against Mitchell. Now, here's O'Quinn. The kick out to Young. Just 5 on the clock. Over Gobert. That one a little long.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Mitchell's shot is good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pacers trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
O'Quinn finds Young, and it's Young finishing it off.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
Rubio against Collison. Now here is Cephalosha. He's guarded closely. Here's Gobert. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You can't cheat size. Rudy Gobert knows he has the advantage inside against just about everyone.
Now here's O'Quinn outside Collison. And the pass to Joseph. Back to Collison. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Collison's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Rubio against Collison. Oh, the lob to Gobert. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Great execution, big target, perfect delivery. That's a tall task to defend Rudy Gobert.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. A different look for Utah. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Crowder comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Dante Exum in for Donovan Mitchell. Jazz leading by 5. Rubio the pass to Exum. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Dante has great length and quickness to be able to operate inside the paint.
Joseph looking over the floor. O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this league, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
And Utah has possession, following the score by Indiana.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. And Joseph kicks to O'Quinn. Outside Collison. Young in the corner. 5 on the clock. Shot from 16. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Cephalosha finds Crowder. And it's Exum in the corner. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so Collison will bring it up for the Pacers. 7-point differential. Collison against Rubio, and the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. .35 seconds left in the first quarter. Rubio the pass to Udo, kicks to Exum. Here's Crowder. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Jay Crowder, not the biggest guy, but he's crafty in the painted area, knows how to get his shot.
Here's Collison. Pass to Evans. Over Korver. No good from 11 feet. And so it's Utah. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's really key to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
So far, they've been active scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
Young is up there with Domantas Sabonis. And there's Collison. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Evans in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Sacre bleu! Thank you, G.A. He is indeed a fiery competitor. And for his whole career, Thaddeus Young has been a player not afraid, Greg, of attacking defenders head-on.
Young has such a great first burst of speed. He really is a handful to deal with. Gets a lot of transition buckets that way, and in the half court can set up teammates by creating space. In the latter part of his career, I think he's taken on more of a vocal leadership role as well.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Sabonis kicks to Young. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Crowder. Korver gets a wide open look, and that comes off the assist by Exum. And the Jazz lead by 10.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Evans finds Young. And the rejection by Udo.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum's shot is off. The Pacers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Evans. Rebounded by the Jazz. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Stolen by Joseph. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. Chalk up 2 there. Holiday's got his second basket.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Now, here's Rubio. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Udo kicks to Rubio. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Crowder. The dish now to Korver. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And looking now at some numbers for Sabonis. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Getting around 12 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
Here's Exum following the score by Indiana. He kicks it to Crowder. Over Sabonis. Here's Udo, and it's sent back by Turner. They retain possession. Pacers trail by 6. Outside Holiday. Outside Turner. Passes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Sabonis. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass. No clue how he got that one to fall.
Utah shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Free throw good, Udo. Steve, we talk a lot about team defense, but who in your mind are some of the best on-ball defenders in the game now?
Kawhi Leonard is fantastic. Avery Bradley, Marcus Smart, Draymond Green does a nice job. Even Klay Thompson, he's asked to guard a whole bunch of different guys. The list goes on and on of guys being able to slide their feet without fouling. It's beautiful to watch.
Here's Exum. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Korver kicks to Mitchell. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. And Utah making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
To the paint, here's Exum. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And certainly he's got many natural tools. Dante Exum now starting to put them to better use.
Kevin, he's playing with a better decisiveness now. You can see he has a plan. Still very young, still has the upside. We'll see if he can keep it rolling.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
Now, here's Oladipo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. Sabonis, the pass to Turner. Bucket is good. Turner's got his second basket of the game.
Soft interior defense. You know he's going to be aggressive.
Jazz leading by 7. Exum deciding where to go with it. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. He dishes it to Crowder. And it's Exum in the corner. Drains the three-pointer.
Timeout, timeout.
Exum's got the lead up to 10 now for Utah.
The defense tends to play him to drive the basketball, but if he can knock down this shot, they will have to play him honestly.
And the Pacers call time here.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Rudy Gobert. 7th in rebounding, 7th in blocks. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Now, here's Oladipo. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Shoots over Exum, and the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Oladipo. Now, here's Exum, guarded by Holiday. Mitchell left side. Over Oladipo, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, coming in, you know Donovan Mitchell's going to get shots. All you can do defensively is try to make it tough on him.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Turner passes to Sabonis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Exum. He's got 10. There's the pass to Gobert. Exum finds Ingles. Over Bogdanovich, and Utah again with the bucket.
Making plays inside the arc. Joe Ingles' shot looks pure from any distance.
Oladipo outside. Over in the corner, Turner. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
It was a long and winding road to the NBA for Ingles. Played in Australia, Spain, and Israel. Finally got his chance with the Clippers and then the Jazz in 2014.
Free throw drops for Ingles. And Steve, talking about Ingles, once he did break in, he more than held his own.
As a rookie, he started 32 games, then kept building on his success, earning his coach's trust. Ultimately, he landed a really nice contract, and he has continued to play well.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Sabonis. And Utah with a change here, too. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Crowder. And so he makes both from the line.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Oladipo against Mitchell. And Oladipo kicks to Bogdanovich. Knocks it loose and stolen by Sefolosha. He feeds it to Ingles. Good D by Bogdanovich.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Oladipo, good.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Gobert. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. It's not going to go for him. So Indiana will take it the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the three ball is good. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you just have to admire that aggressive nature of Bogdanovich. He's just itching to pull the trigger as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Now, here's Ingles. 7 points in the game over Bogdanovich, and it's sent back by Turner. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 9 points. Puts it up from 12. Here's Turner. It's tipped. Mitchell outside. Nice D from Oladipo.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
And so it's Indiana with it. Right side Holiday. Fires from the wing. Ingles with the rebound.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
Dishes it to Exum. Mitchell outside. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. O'Quinn's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Exum kicks to Ingles. Back to Exum. 1:39 left to play here in the second quarter. Sefolosha misses. Pacers trail by 7. Bogdanovich wide open. A three-pointer no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Holiday. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's Mitchell missing.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Darren Collison, he's checked in for the Pacers. Utah also making some changes. Favors comes in for Joe Ingles. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dante Exum. O'Quinn dishes to Collison. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's the fast break. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. The Jazz again can't hit it. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. Some changes for Indiana. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Evans comes in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Oladipo. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Utah. Young finds Evans. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Evans. No good on the 3.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The 10-footer and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got his second bucket of the night.
Usually on the front end of the catch and fire. Rubio on the finishing end right there.
Now Evans. Pass to Collison. The 3.
Using all of that 6'4" frame. Ricky Rubio was all over that one.
And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Jazz. They're up by 9. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Kyle, impressive first half. You guys seemed in control. I figure you're pleased with the team's performance so far.
Yeah, I thought we let up some in the second quarter, though. We got to keep on playing our game, keep on trusting the system, and we're getting great shots. Got to keep it up.
Kyle, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 9-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, what did you think about Indiana?
They're not getting to the line or putting enough pressure on the defense. They have to be much more aggressive pushing the basketball, going hard to the rack. Because if you want the refs to make a call, put them in the position to make a judgment call. If you're not creating opportunities for contact, you have no chance of picking up points at the line.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Dante Exum, what a contribution.
Yeah, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
It's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
Jazz leading by 9.
Quinn Snyder, one of the more serious and intense coaches in the NBA. He has an MBA and a law degree. Takes a very measured approach to coaching, and it fits the team perfectly.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Utah, Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. Rubio teams up with Mitchell in the backcourt, and it's Cephalosha in at the 3. And here is Turner, following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
And Steve, you talk about Snyder's intensity, perhaps has one of the sternest faces on the sideline.
That intensity has translated to his defense. He's rebuilt the team on that end. The Jazz players have followed his lead. They play with toughness.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. Indiana on D, a 12-point game. It's stolen by Oladipo. It's stolen by Ingles. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Oladipo. Here's Holiday. Here's Sabonis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Sabonis has got 6.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple of shots. You are in rhythm.
Now here's Favors. And he lays it straight in. Favors got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
Well, David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. And Turner kicks to Oladipo. Down low, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Jazz, number 1.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Favors. Ingles finds Gobert. Out to Favors. And Utah again with the bucket.
You have to respect Favors. His jumper is lights out.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Ingles against Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steve, a guy who can give you a lot of things, Joe Ingles, but it all starts with that jump shot.
You're right. He's very efficient from range. That opens up the floor, creates driving lanes and passing angles. Invaluable to this offense.
Both good from the line that time. And Smitty, if you had to boil it down to a single play in your career, what was your biggest moment?
Kevin, I'm glad you asked that question. I can also get it out there to everybody in the basketball universe. Game 7, Western Conference Final. Shaq fouled me, and they did not call the foul. Shaq fouled me, Kevin. That play still haunts me. I'm still mad.
Really? After all these years?
Yes, and he still lets me know that he didn't foul me, but we got to run the tape. He fouled me.
Right. Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's got 5, and now Utah, fast break. The pull-up, drained for 2 points. 9 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Oladipo dishes to Bogdanovich. Can they get it? It's good. Bogdanovich has got 7.
Yeah, Bogdanovich, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
Rubio against Holiday. Ingles passes to Favors. And there's another one for the Jazz.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bounce pass, Holiday. And Oladipo kicks to Holiday. There's the lob to Oladipo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's Ingles. 11 points in the game. Passes it to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. That shot off. Excellent D there from Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Pacers. They trail by 18. Wide open. And the Pacers tack on 2 more. Rubio with it. He's got 6. Kicks it to Mitchell. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Crowder with it, now guarded by Bogdanovich, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
I mean, a beautiful combination of power and concentration. Crowder as relentless as they come.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
Tyreke Evans is checked in for the Pacers.
1 shot.
And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Oladipo against Mitchell. Udo dishes to Rubio. Mitchell left side. Evans with the rebound.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Young's checked in for Indiana. Collison comes in for Bogdanovich. And Utah with a change here too. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Derek Favors. The Pacers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
Joseph, he's checked in for Oladipo.
Yeah, looking now at some numbers for Evans. His last 10 games, averaging about 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Now here's Evans. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. To the paint, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And for Jay Crowder, nothing has been given to him. He fights and he competes.
A challenging stretch here for Indiana. And here's Collison. He's got 5. No good, unable to end this run.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And the thing about Mitchell, stands only about 6'3", but has a solid frame and long arms, and is very quick off his feet.
No good on that one. And talking about Mitchell, you have the physical profile, and then you have the intangibles.
The first one, he's a highly competitive guy. The strides he's made with his shooting speaks volumes about his work ethic. Great character and very well spoken.
The Pacers making a switch here. O'Quinn's checked in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He kicks to Evans. Indiana again missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Now here's Collison, the fast break opportunity. Here's Young, and Young slams it home.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Now here's Rubio. He has 6. Here's Udo, and Udo with the stuff.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
The kick out to Collison. Floats one up. Rebounded by the Jazz. Udo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Mitchell. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. A different look for Utah. Cephalosha comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
He was a part of that terrific draft class in 2017. Donovan Mitchell was somewhat unheralded, but may turn out to be the best of the bunch.
O'Quinn trying to free himself up. Sweet little floater. 6 points for Tyreke Evans.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Crowder kicks to Exum. There's the dish to Udo. 5 to shoot. Over O'Quinn. Was shot by Udo, no good. And so Collison will bring it up for the Pacers. Here's Joseph, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. O'Quinn finds Collison with some arc, and it's good on the layup. Collison's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Crowder, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Thaddeus Young.
Last year was a tricky one for Crowder. Pretty much all of his shooting percentages were down. Just never seemed to get into a rhythm.
That one is off. And talking about Jay Crowder, he was traded a couple times last season. It seemed to have an effect.
Coming into a new scheme, Kevin, it's never easy. When you're a role player like Crowder, you have to figure out how to fit in. But give him credit. He still fought hard, and he gave great effort.
The Jazz making a switch here. Rubio's checked in. Now here's Evans. He dishes it to Young. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The pass to Crowder. Mitchell outside. The 3-pointer is right on target. Mitchell's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Jazz. And Indiana shooting 37% so far in the 3rd quarter. And they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And let's take a look at the numbers for Rubio. 17th in assists, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And how good is he at distributing the basketball? My goodness, pick and roll, drive and dish, in transition. He's been dominant all season. Free throw drops for Mitchell.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
And Mitchell drops them both. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Collison kicks to Joseph. Pass to Collison. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 14 and misses it off the right side of the rim. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Mitchell passes to Cephalosha. Another miss by Utah. And Indiana shooting 43% from the field. Collison looking around. Knocked loose. O'Quinn finds Evans. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. Then on Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
Now, here's Rubio. 6 points for him. Here's Udo. Makes it off the glass. Udo's got 4 this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Evans outside. A floater, and he makes that one. Evans has got 8 points.
Evans is great at taking it inside. If you give him a lane, he exploits it every time.
Rubio against Young. And Rubio kicks to Udo. Mitchell outside. And Utah another 3.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Evans, that's a 2-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. That will count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. We witnessed him delivering a series of 3-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll return shortly. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Defensively, we got to keep these guys in front of us shooting contested 2. All right, play defense without fouling, and they get 1 shot.
Being aggressive, GA, without fouling. That's a good message, and that's what Coach McMillan wants.
The worst thing you can do is bail a team out. It's important that they just lock down here defensively.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Johnson. Collison is out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's McDermott, and it's Leaf in at the 5. Roman the paint. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Udo. After the miss from Doug McDermott, Cephalosha kicks to Kavanaugh. That one misses. And Indiana will come the other way. Left side Collison. The 10-footer. And it's off the back rim. No good.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Here's Cephalosha. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Chalk up 2 there. Here's Neto. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Pass to Udo. Neto kicks to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Kavanaugh. And the shot goes in.
Creating a size mismatch in close, that's the kind of thing you're working for.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Leaf passes to Collison. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small markets, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
Here's Neto. Out left to the wing. O'Neal against Joseph. The 10-footer connects. The jumper drops. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Leaf. Kicks to Collison. He's looking for Joseph and finds him. He gets that one.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. On the wing, Korver. And again, it's Utah.
You can't allow that defensively. Kyle Korver is lights out on the catch and shoot.
Joseph against O'Neal. Joseph dishes to Collison. Johnson outside. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Here's Neto. He kicks to Udo. The pass to O'Neal. And it's Korver in the corner. Unable to get that one. And Indiana will come the other way. Outside Collison. Steve, more and more we're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far in any way, or do you think it should go even farther?
No, I think players should speak up. I think in all, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in on what they feel individually. Freedom of speech, and I think our players is just like everybody else. You have freedom of speech. You should be allowed to speak up on issues.
And Indiana making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Utah. Holiday finds McDermott. Back to Holiday. The tray. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Holiday.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Neto surveying the floor. Pass to Korver. The 3. It's good from long range.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And Holiday kicks to McDermott. To the paint. And the rejection by Udo. Outside Korver. Here's Kavanaugh. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Doug McDermott. The first one falls. When we look, Steve, at big stats like double-doubles, triple-doubles, are we becoming too enamored with that versus how it might affect winning?
No, I think we're always going to have those double-doubles and triple-doubles. I just think right now when you look at it, so many more possessions in games. That's why we're having guys average a triple-double or having more double-doubles. But he also give those guys credit. The game and those players, they're just better right now, and they're more equipped to be versatile. But I do think we still got to keep the emphasis on winning. When a guy can get a triple-double in wins versus in losses or double-doubles or any kind of stats, I think that should be a category of his own.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. To stop the run, got a piece of it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the middle, here's Kavanaugh. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Holiday. Now Joseph. The reverse, and he sinks the layup. Joseph's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Kavanaugh. Exum. Second chance shot. Pass to Kavanaugh. Over McDermott. Got a hand on it. Now here's Joseph. He's covered closely to the paint. The pass to Leaf. And again, it's Indiana converting.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Exum passes to Kavanaugh, and he jams it with authority.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Pacers have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. And Joseph kicks to Leaf. And Kavanaugh pulls it down. Kavanaugh has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. Here's Udo. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Exum's got 5 assists tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Holiday finds Johnson. Here's Leaf. Over Udo. And Kavanaugh pulls it down. Kavanaugh has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's just gone stone cold this period, and it's bringing the rest of the team down.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here is Holiday, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Young's checked in for the Pacers. And Utah also making a switch. Crowder's checked in. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found and when the game is decided, and a lot of times on bad teams you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. Utah has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Here's Neto. He's covered by Joseph. Neto kicks to Exum. Off target from three-point range. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Here's Neto. And the layup's good off the glass. Neto's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Joseph, the pass to Leaf. Back to Joseph. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And the baseline jumper, no good. To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Ball stolen. Here's Neto. He's covered by Joseph. Shot by Crowder, no good. Pacers shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Joseph. Tight defense on him. Holiday finds Johnson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
And they pick up 2.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Jazz.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Donovan Mitchell.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
A nice shot by Exum.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
And they get it back. They recover it. Kicks it out to Johnson, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And when you're in catch-up mode, you can ill afford these kinds of errors.
I feel like they're getting ahead of themselves. Just need to rein it in. Focus on each individual possession.
Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Utah also making a switch. Rubio's checked in. Here's Exum, trying to get open as Crowder. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. It's stolen by Korver. And here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop. And that one drops for him.
So often the setup man in transition. This time, Rubio takes it himself.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it. And it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.